Berkshire. And the two boys just
Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, this is the
testing
All
the
England
flight of the shuttle.
Championships men's singles final between, on my left,
They've already warmed
Icuk
up, of course, on
Sugiarto, Indonesia.
an outside court.
And on my right, Morten Denmark.
Well, no doubting who the favourite with the crowd is.
Morten to
the
serve.
defending champion about to serve,
Play.
Morten Frost.
I think of the two players, Sugiarto suffers more with the tension of the match, and therefore the early stages may not reflect how the game will progress.
For love.
Well, 4-love to Frost in the first game, and those who thought beforehand that this final would turn into a match of long rallies certainly had one then, longest of the match so far. It's like a couple of fencers probing for weaknesses. That's good, that's good.
Service over, love 4.
So that's the big difference in the styles. Sugiarto much more capable of injecting great power into his attack. Well, nobody wants to take the initiative.
It's just swapping clears at the moment. And it's Frost who cracks.
This must be quite disrupting for Frost, because nobody, just nobody, normally takes him on at this style of play.
Well, I wonder whether this is the tactic that Sugiarto will employ. Play Frost his own game.
Frost realizing that he must inject some attack as well.
4-2.
17 strokes in that rally, and that was one of the shorter ones.
Clips a tape and falls over.
Service over, 2-4.
Sugiarto 2-4 first game.
Those well-developed legs of Sugiarto will allow him to keep this up for a very long time. I've seen many All-England finals, but I've never seen one such as this, where they're just prepared to clear, clear, clear. And Sugiarto's getting the advantage.
And 38 strokes in that rally.
3-4.
those who said it was going to be a war of attrition, Derek, seem to have had a point.
That's right, but I don't believe anybody would expect such long negative rallies.
Do you think Sugiarto is gambling on the fact that he feels he's a fitter player than Frost and will just wear him down?
Could well be. Certainly he's fit enough to go the pace. And up to now, it's paying off, I would say. When he wants to go up a gear, he's certainly capable of doing so. And I'm sure we'll see this later in the match. Well, they're certainly both going to know that they've been in a match after this one. Yes, a nice attacking clear there from Frost, putting Sugiarto into so much pressure around the head that he nearly fell over on the clear. Presented Frost with an easy kill.
Services now, during which no points have been won. Still 4-all first game. Sugiarto thought that was going out, realised too late it wasn't, and set up
5-4.
an easy kill for Morten Frost, 5-4.
Four.
So after some tremendously long rallies, Morten manages to get 3 rather quick points and puts him into a 7-4 lead.
Service over, 4-7.
Well, that's more like it.
Certainly is. A bit of pace, something that we're used to seeing from Sugiarto. Normally he's very deceptive and plays shots rather flat. Takes advantage of full angle.
Because the tactics he's employing so far are really alien to his normal game.
Completely.
It's the sort of thing that we expect from Frost, all right, but certainly not from Sugiarto. That is the sort of play we expect from him. Incisive and powerful.
I can only think that it's within his tactical plan to work Morten and try and rub the sharp edge off before he goes up a gear and injects pace into his own game.
Well, the pair have met 12 times in all. Frost has only won 4 of them. And it's only fair to point out that most of those matches have been in conditions that would certainly favour the man from Indonesia. Having been level at 4-all for quite some time. Frost went 7-4 up. Now it's 6-7.
Shot jumps about a foot off the ground, indicates that he's going to smash and then slices through the shuttlecock to pull it cross-court down, very steep.
7-all.
And tie the scores at 7 points apiece in this first game.
Well, Sugiarto got the hardest smash back there and then missed the easy one.
7-all.
Once again, the serve with Morten Frost. An errant patch of moisture is mopped off the court. Both these men working very, very hard.
Yes, if it's hard to appreciate that the shirts now are clinging to their bodies.
Absolutely.
They're really perspiring quite profusely there, and of course it's now dropping onto the court, which is making the conditions underfoot very slippy.
7-all.
Well, there's one of Morten Frost's many supporters in this Wembley Arena this afternoon.
Indonesian player taking his base very far back in court. Every day doing weight training for their leg and stomach and back muscles, and a lot of aerobic and anaerobic training in terms of work on the track and on the court. It's interesting that Morten Frost, although he doesn't actually practice the event, is capable of Olympic qualifying height on the high jump. Such is his capability as an athlete.
Yes, in fact, he was banned from competing as an amateur athlete because of the money he won in badminton.
That's right.
So, athletics' loss is certainly badminton's gain, although Icuk Sugiarto might not agree with that. Another of these long, probing rallies.
I'm sure that both players are rather relieved that they're not playing out in the Far East. I think if they were, one of them could be dead by now.
Yes, it certainly is a grueling, grueling first game. And as I said, only halfway through it. 8-7, Frost leads.
Well, if Sugiarto leaves it much longer before attacking Frost, he's not going to have the strength to do so.
I won't say Frost looks fresh as a daisy, but he looks slightly better nicked than Sugiarto at the moment.
Out. 10-7.
So 10-7, Frost edging in front again. Good smash, fine smash.
Yeah, fine play by Frost. During those clearing rallies, Sugiarto's under a lot more pressure than Frost.
11-7.
Taking the shuttle a little behind him and then making it difficult for himself to move forward to cover the opening.
11-7 then, Morten Frost leads in this grueling first game.
Service over, 7-11. Let, please.
Frost not quite ready. Sweat pouring off Sugiarto now.
Well, he should really be used to that, playing out in the Far East. I've seen players there where so much perspiration's come from the body, it's gone down into the shoes and actually overflowed from the top of the shoes onto the court.
Change of racket, 9-11.
Broken string. Well, that's what he must do, but he missed his chance. A couple of inches out and another broken string. These things seem to come in flurries.
Stewart, please.
Stewart's been asked to come and wipe the court. The perspiration is now dripping everywhere, particularly on Sugiarto's side.
Thank you. Thank you. 11-9.
Well, it's Frost to serve, and it's 11-9 first game.
Sugiarto playing short, almost inviting Frost to smash, but he's not having any of it. Well, that's how he does it at the end of a really grueling rally. He manages to get an extra couple of feet off the ground to give him full angle, very steeply across court yet again.
Sugiarto to serve then at 9-11.
And the crowd, I think, after being mesmerized by the clearing rallies, are now starting to come to life.
Ten, 11. Service over, 11-10.
That's what I expected him to do a lot more of earlier in the match.
Service over, 10,
Those
11.
fast, flat, attacking shots, putting Frost under a lot of pressure and stopping him from playing in just one gear.
Service over, 11-10.
Frost edging ever nearer the magic 15-point mark that would give him this first game. 12-10. It's well recovered by Sugiarto.
What a good pickup after an incredible net shot that just rolled over the tape. Sugiarto got the smash back, but then misjudges it on the back line. What a pity.
(13-10).
Game point.
14 game point.
Another
10.
error for Sugiarto, trying that cross-court half smash.
Game.
And that's the first game for the defending champion by 15 points to 10. And what a lengthy and exhausting game that was.
Bit of a humdinger there for the purist, and I'm sure it must have had its psychological toll on Sugiarto to have to work so hard and for so long to actually lose the first game. So his big problem now will be to put that first game out of his mind and concentrate on this next second game as though it was the first. A fresh match, it must be in his thoughts, and Morten should likewise try and probably employ similar tactics in this second game.
Oh, a change of shirt for Sugiarto. And the Danes are in evidence. I don't know what Morten Frost feels like inside, Derek, but he looks pretty fresh on the outside.
He looks fresh on the outside, but he must be feeling it. There's no way that you can play for such a long time without a bit of lactic acid building up in the old muscles and that buzz in the head with the effort that's gone into that first game.
Well, Frost with the cushion of a game now.
1-love.
And an early lead, 1-love. Do you think that we might see a change of tactics from Sugiarto now?
Well, I'm sure he should do. He really must change the tactics if he's going to stand a chance of winning. That's it. I think that's what he's going to do. He probably should have done that in the first game.
Service over, love 1. Service fault called.
Well, he's called a fault for the backhand service.
Service over,
racket head higher than the hand on impact. Morten likewise with a backhand service, but not a fault. A great cross-court drive.
2-love. Service over, love 2.
So as he did in the first game, Frost going into an early lead. He led 4-love at one stage in the first game, got pegged back to 4-all, and 4-all is where it stood for quite some time. just.
Sugiarto made the stretch too far forward at the net.
5 love.
Just overreached on the lob.
Six love.
I would suggest Sugiarto is playing into the hands of Frost. This slow pace seems to be really suiting him.
It's strange, isn't it, Derek, how, as we see so often, when one game lasts an inordinately long time, the second can be over in just a matter of moments.
That's right. I'm just surprised that Sugiarto hasn't changed the tactics. He's so good at playing a flat game and a fast game, and perhaps he's too tired, but one would have thought that a change of tactics, a complete change, would be necessary here.
Seven love to the defending champion.
7 love.
Well, I think one's got to say that Morten Frost hasn't really put a foot wrong in the match so far.
8
Yes, the
love.
man who has won this title in 82, 84, 86. Now looks like adding 1987.
9
And
love.
joining the all-time list of greats. We think of great Danish players in the past, particularly Erland Kops, some 15 odd years ago. So that run of Frost's come to an end. 9 love now, he leads.
Service over.
And
Love 9.
Sugiarto, Icuk Sugiarto, the 1983 world champion, now really has a mountain to climb.
So patient is Frost, extending the rallies and then waiting
9
for the
love.
opportunity, which always seems to come along, that short lift where he's able to clip it down very steeply.
Well, unless something remarkable happens, Derek, it looks as though Morten is going to notch up title number 4.
9.
Briefly speaking, how do you fit him in when you compare it to some of the great All-England winners of the past?
That's really the $50,000 question, because it's one that's always asked, and it's so difficult to compare eras, because during the last 20 years there's been quite a lot of developments in the equipment that's used,
Service over.
and indeed in
9
the
love.
shuttlecocks. Great developments in the standard of the gut strings and then the weight and balance of the rackets. So the game has certainly speeded up, and it's therefore difficult to compare styles, but on results alone, really, now those major events, like a champion racehorse almost for the big race, and he's certainly showing us that he can do it today.
And you can almost see that victory glint in Morten Frost's eyes. 12 love, second game. See the reactions of the man. Extraordinary.
The most extraordinary thing is he's almost inhuman in that he hardly ever makes a mistake. It just isn't that easy to continually play shots back so accurately and so tightly, and yet somehow he seems to be able to do it.
Well, just 2 points away is Morten Frost from his 4th title. The cheque that goes with it for £2,000. Match point.
I mean, to get 14 points without the opposition even scoring when you're playing a 1983 world champion, it's just got to be incredible.
It certainly is. Match point. And we salute once again the great Morten Frost, his 4th All-England title. He has beaten, worn down Icuk Sugiarto of Indonesia.